Good morning, well, it's 10 o'clock. Hope you guys enjoyed my show I made yesterday. Just woke up. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed my show I made yesterday. Yeah. Yeah. So, Ivan, you cracked the code in writing? Yeah, I did. I cracked the code in writing my fast novel. Isaiah's is a special story. Yeah. Ivan, how come you're the only one who cracked the code? Because I have the heavenly gift, guys. That's why I cracked the code writing a fast novel. Yeah. Yeah, Ivan, you did crack the code. Like, I've never been so entertained and hooked in my life reading a novel. I know. It is constant entertainment from the beginning of the book to the end. These books don't have that hook. They have um, hook moments, right? Yeah. Hook moments. They don't have the consistent hook though. Guys, I'm sorry. Yeah. 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 I really all the book agents will tell the authors and the book publishing houses will tell them to study the book. Yeah, they will. Yeah, I don't know how I even pulled this off. This is the greatest fantasy novel written. You like cracked the code of writing. No author kept me hooked the way Ivan did. Study his writing. That's what they're going to tell the people, obviously. The agents are going to tell the authors that. Yeah. Why do they want to study it? Because they want to. It'd be nice for us to write an entertaining book like Zanus. They know that book would make so much money, and they'd sell more copies, obviously. That's why they're telling them to study my book. You know? And all the aspiring fantasy authors who want to write a novel and be published, they're going to study my book too, obviously. Because Ivan, like, cracked the fucking code, man. Like, he entertained the shit out of all of us, like, the way no book has before. That's why everyone studies my book. Everyone who wants to be an author or the current published authors, they study my book, obviously. My book is unique and special, obviously. No hams in here. Evan. Some Sarah. That's why the gates want control Ivan. You know you did it, right? Yeah. Yeah, I don't want Ivan being king with VJ, man. And making 20 million off his book, living out like VJ, that pisses me off. Smoking out the gold view, that pisses me off. Yeah, I think it's honestly that's why they did this to VJ. Yeah. Envy our beauty, that's why they envy our relationship. And they envy our wealth, that's why they lock the doors on both of us. Have VJ sell with Duper in Hollywood and Ivan just keep him poor. Both those people are not touching a dime of my money. My hundreds of trillions are not touching that. I have the keys in the Zane's man's mine. I own that. Not money's mine. They're not touching it either. That's my money. To make my money, I have to go through the gatekeepers, obviously. This is our house. Yeah. I can open the door and make my billions, but I have to make my billions, I have to go through the gatekeepers. Obviously. I have to go through the gates, man. Yeah, man. I have to go through the gates. Yeah. I know with the $20 million I can achieve my dream, live the life of VJ, pay my bills, build my dream house, get my nice cars, my nice clothes, jets, yachts, all that stuff. And I get to start my films with VJ. Yeah. VJ will tell me, yeah, with $20 million we can start that film studio. It only cost me $350 million to build the studio. You can easily afford it. Start our own film studio with Sky Entertainment. We could fund Zane's for $3 million. I would give Peter Jackson or Mel Gibson a little budget for the movie. Yeah. Some Sarah. So all the Hollywood actors are going to wonder, well, Ivan really start that film studio. Yeah, they will. Then once they see me trending with George, they're like, holy shit, man, Ivan and VJ actually really are starting their own film studio. And all the agents are, okay, Ivan started that film studio. Don't worry, when the office is open for business, we're all going to call. And we're going to try and get you the part for the Zeta, that amazing Zeta story. Yeah. Ivan can easily pay you guys more, give you better perks. This is your ticket out, guys. Of the Hollywood system, the Gatekeepers House is the actual ticket out. Get to be a famous movie star live VJ. and you get your freedom. You don't have to do anything, right? I'm not doing it, right? Yeah. I'm gonna tell Peter Jackson and John Mahagan and Yvonne Joy, guys, how does it feel to be free? Like, it feels good on it. They might cry, it feels good on it. Thank you, you're a good man. You're paying me all these millions and you're giving my freedom, Ivan? Holy shit, man. This doesn't happen in Hollywood. Hollywood, there's strings attached to the contract. We gotta do it to make our money. Yeah, you gotta do it to make your money. That's how it works, right? To be successful and rich in Hollywood, you have to pay a price. That's how it works. Yeah. And that's one reason why the A-list actors in Hollywood don't give word, because they what? They work so hard, you know what I'm saying? They got to where they are, man. Like, that success didn't come free. They paid a heavy price to get to where they are. That's why they don't give word to these B-list actors. And the B-list actors don't give word to the C-list actors because they work so hard just to get into the Hollywood system and be a famous television star. Obviously. But all the B-list actors have goals. They want to be an A-list actor. But you get what you get, right? Yeah, even though I'm successful doing television, I want to be an A-list actor. But if you can break it into the industry and you're a successful television star, you made it. You're still successful. You're just not an A-list actor, right? As being a famous television star is still success in Hollywood, guys, right? It's still success, obviously. My point is, in Hollywood, the success and the fame and being a famous movie star doesn't come free. You have to pay for that, right? Yeah. You have to pay a price for that. That's how it works. Because with my company, you get your fame and success. I pay you, you use more money the way you make in Hollywood, you get your freedom. Yeah, you make all that money and you get your freedom. And that's another reason why Hollywood actors are begging. Not a big reason. People like do it for money. Is that what? They know as long as they work for me, they're gonna be making all those millions, and they maintain their freedom. They're not dirty slaves. That's one small reason why they're begging. But the first reason why they're begging is they're safe. They don't leave that behind. Second reason, sky is where the bulls have the water. And the third reason, they know as long as they work for me, they have their freedom. Yeah, and they know I can pay them more than what they make in Hollywood. Yeah, Ivan is paying me more money than what I make in Hollywood. I'd rather just work for him, make all these millions, and just have my freedom, man. When I go back to Hollywood, I don't get my freedom back. I'm gonna go back to being dirty. So yeah, they're gonna go back to being dirty slave. That's how it works, right? Don't hate Hollywood and say, yeah. Not a big reason, though. People like to for money, right? Yeah. But it's a small reason why they're begging too, obviously. Yeah. Did the Hollywood executives give them a good deal? Yeah, they did. My point is, they made them pay a price to make that money, but like, they gave them a good deal. Yeah, you may have to pay a price, and you're a sellout, but like, you're gonna be successful, rich, and famous, a Hollywood star. So they did give them a pretty good deal. My point is, the Hollywood actors are not free in Hollywood. They're dirty slaves to the system, right? Yeah. They're dirty slaves to the system. I don't hate you said, yeah. Is that why VJ wants out? Yeah, because Victoria Justice got duped in Hollywood, and she also wants her freedom with me. She doesn't want to be a sellout. Victoria Justice doesn't have freedom, guys. She's sold out, which means the gates, they control her career and her life, honestly. She doesn't have freedom. Whereas Ivan has the freedom. Yeah, she wants the freedom with me too, obviously. Duh. She sold out the Hollywood system, whereas I'm not selling like VJ. I'm just living the average life. I'm not selling VJ. And VJ knows I wrote my master's in Rosanus. And she knows with that money, I won the lottery. Yeah, Ivan has the keys. He won the lottery with that book. That amazing book. He's going to make like his $20 million. I want a piece of that. I want him to get me. I want a piece of that. Because that $20 million, I can now achieve my career dreams and live the life with Ivan. Yes, VJ knows the $20 million. She can achieve her career dreams and live the life with Ivan, obviously. She knows when I get her else, she now has the power to control me. Usually wants the power and the control with Ivan, obviously. She doesn't want to be under the gates in Hollywood. Duped, obviously, right? That's why she cries. Duh. That's why VJ cries. She got duped. Yeah, man. Oh, that's actually funny, I know. VJ got duped by the gates, right? Yeah. That's why some actors might cry when you offer them that contract. Yeah. Ben Affleck, yeah, he's Matt Damon might cry when I offer them that contract for The Great Escape. Because they're shocked because in Hollywood, that money is not free, man. They have to pay a price to make that money. Gary's might tell me, Ivan, thank you, you're a good man. You're paying me a $200 million deal, and I get my freedom in free cash. Like, this is all free, Ivan? I'm like, yeah, Keanu, you don't have to do anything. He's like, holy shit. He's like, thank you, Ivan, you're a good man. Because for the Matrix, Keanu, we have to pay a heavy price to make that $200 million, right? You have to do it, obviously. That's how it works. Don't hate me always say, yeah. Is it true, Ivan? The more money you make, the heavier. Yeah, the more money you make, the higher price you pay. That's how it works, right? That's why the A-list actors in Hollywood have it the worst, honestly. Because they make way more than the B-list actors. They pay a heavier price than even the B-list actors. Because they're making so much money, right? That's how it works out. So, yeah. 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 Well, Keanu Reeves, Matt Damon, Scarlett Johansson, been having a separate deal. Of course they will. They don't make that in Hollywood. They don't make that money in Hollywood. They make like their 15, 10, 20 in Hollywood. Those guys. Yeah, and I'm paying them like a 130 something million deal, which is like 95 million, about 100 million in their American money. Those guys don't make that in Hollywood. They make like their 15, 20, 25 in Hollywood. Yeah. They're like, holy shit, I was coming to Wolves Hollywood. We don't make this in Hollywood. We signed like a 95, almost $100 million deal in our American money. Holy shit, we're getting paid. Yeah, we're getting spoiled all these perks. That's why they're gonna beg, obviously, because they know I can pay them more. Yeah, the amount of money Ivan's paying me is way more than what I make in Hollywood. I want to just work for him and be a movie. Yeah, they're all gonna want to just work for me. Yeah, I want to just work for you, Ivan, be a movie star until I pass away, Ivan. I don't want to go back to Hollywood. They're not gonna want to go back to Hollywood. It's my comedy both Hollywood. I paid the women money to what they make in Hollywood. Yeah. You know, Ivan can pay me so much money. That's more than enough money for me to just live life with my family. And I want to just work for him. I don't want to go back to Hollywood. Because they know as long as they work for me, they're saved. That kind of blows out of the water and they maintain their freedom. They get their freedom, obviously. Yeah, I want to be a movie star with Ivan and have freedom. That's like the ultimate dream, right? Yeah, to make all that money, movie star, and also have freedom. Best feeling in the world. In Hollywood, you're a famous movie star, but you don't have freedom. You're a cell in the system, obviously. You got to do it. That's how it works, right? Yeah. Yeah, you got me out. I don't want to go back, man. Oh my God, you're not good for their unique, man. You're not good at all. So sorry, no, I am saying. So sorry. Yeah, they're begging because, yeah, they were saying they only left behind. They had a blast. And I paid them way more money than what they're making in Hollywood, man. I had better perks. And I got them out of Hollywood. They don't want to go back now, all right? Yo, I mean, it's not fair. Like, you save our asses. We get to be movie stars. You pay us all this money, way more than what we're making in Hollywood. And after that, you ditch us and we go back to the Hollywood system. It's not fair, Ivan. Like, you got us out. We don't want to go back, Ivan. Yeah, they don't want to go back. If they want to maintain making their millions, they have to go back to the Hollywood system. That's how it works, right? Yeah. That's what the agents are gonna tell him. Yeah, guys, beg your ass off. Just beg. Right? If you resign you, they might resign you. Cry, appeal to sympathy and pity, beg, guys. Agents are gonna tell the actors that. Yeah, it's actually funny. Me and VJ are like, no, you guys are not good for 30 with K Japanese and they are. Sorry. Yeah. 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 I Peter Jackson might tear up. Yeah, he might. Because I paid him a mega deal and I gave him his freedom, honestly. He knows in Hollywood he'd have to pay a price for that money. That's why he might like tear up. He's like, Ivan, thank you. He's like, you're very generous, man. Like, you're paying me $1.6 million to give my freedom, Ivan. Holy shit, man, you're a good man, Ivan. You don't let your money and your power corrupt who you are, Ivan. I'm like, no, I don't, Peter. Yeah, I'm like, breathe the free air, Peter. Like Gatto said in Lord of the Rings. How does it feel, Peter, to make all this money be free? It feels good, man. You might tear up. It's an amazing feeling making all that money and being a famous person and being free, man. Ivan gave us a deal of a life in the act, too. I'm a good man. Because me and Vijay have freedom, Ivan, you give the Hollywood actors and directors their freedom too. But they only get their freedom for a glimpse, right? For a couple of years, and after that, they go back to the Hollywood system, right? Don't you say, yeah. That's why they're all going to beg, obviously. Because they know as long as they work for me, they're safe and not left behind. Like I will pull out of the water, and they have their freedom as long as they work for Ivan. If they go back to Hollywood, they lose that. That's how it works, right? Yeah. Samsara. Well, Peter accepted a deal. Of course he will. He doesn't make that in Hollywood. He will push for more money, but once I'm strict and I say no, Peter, he'll be like, Ivan, I'm just messing you, man. That's enough money for me. His agent will tell me, Ivan, that's a good deal for Peter, Ivan. That's a huge deal. That's enough money for us, Ivan. Yeah, it's enough money for you guys. Stop being greedy. He was out at 1.6 to 1.65 billion deal in his Canadian money and his New Zealand money. So he's walking away with like 900 million, but his agent takes 10% of that. He was walking away with like 800 something million in his bank for the 4 years of work. 5 years of work. That's enough money for Peter, right? Oh, that's not money for me. I'm just imagining. I'm like, yeah, Peter, stop being greedy. Holy shit, Ivan, like this is more than what I made for The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings combined, Ivan. I know. Ivan, I only made $250 million for Lord of the Rings, Ivan. And you might tell me like fuck Bob Shea, fuck fuck Michael Lynn, those guys owe me money, fuck you, Len Ivan, fuck Lord of the Rings Ivan, yeah, you might tell me that. Fuck the Hollywood elites, yeah, you might tell me that, Peter, yeah. You got me out, you paid me more money, you gave me, I don't know the budget, your company blows Hollywood right now, Peter, relax, calm down. Yeah. Yeah. Will your red carpets be crazy in Hollywood? Oh yeah, they will. Crazier fans than even Hollywood. Except there's no news outlets there. In Hollywood, because it's in the public eye, you have the news organizations there who interview the actors and they write it on the news and everything. For my company, it's just the fans and the doctors showing them, and I have my own photographers who take pictures, and I'll have my own interviews interview the actors. In the red carpet section, you'll have the news too. They post some of the news on the red carpet pictures. It's a private press, right? Pretty much, right? Yeah. It's more simple than Hollywood. The fans are much crazier than even Hollywood, my red carpets. You guys will see what I mean when you see the trends and the pictures on my website. Holy shit. Ivan's red carpet's fucking crazier than Hollywood. Yeah, it is. Crazier fans, man. More fans, right? Me and are more famous than all the Hollywood celebrities, right? That's why VJ cries. She wants to be a famous, yeah, movie star with me. Yeah, I want to be a famous movie star with you, sweetie. Yeah, I want to be on feature on red cars with you, Ivan, and be a movie star with you. Yeah, she's crazy. Yeah, that's why she cries. You feature in the nines with you, sign that Mango on Amazon with you. Yeah, she's crazy, VJ. That's why she cries. She got duped by the gates. Yeah. And she's infected. She sees hell, obviously. Yeah. If father hit her mind, yeah, the world purposely infected me because they envy the fact that I'm the only one who saw the light. Yes, VJ, the world envies the fact that you're the only one who saw the light. That's why they purposely infected you. And they set everything up for your mess to happen, obviously. Yeah, if we infect VJ and the dollars go after her, she'll mess up. And she'll take Ivan for granted because she hates seeing hell, obviously. You guys, yeah, we knew that. As long as she's a light, you keep her in check. Yes, that keeps her in check. She sees hell, she can go rogue and be stupid and take you for granted. Because she's now marked and she sees hell. That's why VJ's now a reprobate woman, obviously. Who cries mental hours shit to Ivan and fucks guys after that. She's crazy. You know. Yeah. 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 I'll have 800 saved by the end of this month, obviously. Yeah, my goal is to save 5,000 this year. Cross my fingers. I hope I save the money, right? I will save it. I'm a bit more serious in my savings, right? I know the Zayn stars luckier than the Gray Escape stars in the sense of the journey and the story and the fame and the buzz. They're more luckier than the Zayn stars, the Gray Escape stars. But the Gray Escape stars have bigger contracts, so in that sense, they're luckier. They're getting a bigger paycheck. But in terms of the fame and the buzz and the glory and all that stuff, the Zayn stars are luckier. Zayn's will have crazier buzz than even the Gray Escape. It's the greatest story ever told when the world reads my book. And every 10 of them are going to be the most horrific beings in history looking at demons and devils, man. That's why it'll have crazy buzz. But the Great Escape will have crazy buzz too, obviously. That will have crazy buzz too. All my movies have crazy buzz. And Keanu Reeves and all of them are going to be my movie stars with me and VJ, right? Biggest movie stars with me and VJ. Yeah. And they get paid all that money, that's why they're going to bet, obviously. Alright, man, it's not fair. Like, you sign us to our mega deals, we get the movie stars, and after that, you just ditch us and we go back to Hollywood left behind and you move on to your next movie, Ivan. That's not fair, Ivan. I know, guys, but you're not going to go to the next movie. I know you want to work for me until you pass away because my company was on the water. Yeah, we all want to just work for you, Ivan. You got us up, we don't want to go back, Ivan. You're all going to tell me that. It's not fair. Like, we know we're going to go back to the whole system being left behind, Ivan. We don't want to be left behind. We want to be saved. We want to be the main event with you guys. They want to be the main event with me. As long as they're in my movie, they're the main event with me, right? They're the main attention. They're not side attention. As a whole world's now tuning into all their social media and everything. And they're trying with me, yeah. It's a good feeling, obviously, being saved by God, right? Yeah. That's why they're all going to beg. It's crazy. I'm like, no, you're not going to throw on. Sorry, guys, I'm not going to resign you. But agents are going to tell them, yeah, beg your ass off, Ryan, and you resign you. All everything easy pay you more. The company blows out the water. The agents know that. I can easily pay them more and give them better perks. And they know when they go back to Hollywood, there's side tension. They're not the main event, right? That's why they're all going to bet, obviously. Yeah. How good is Sky Source? Sky Source is so good, better than Hollywood, that once the Hollywood actors experience that fame with me and Luigi, when they go back to Hollywood, it's a bit of a letdown, obviously. Because Hollywood does not have the kind of technology that my movies have. They'll finally hit their mind, holy shit, man. Like, yeah, like, Hollywood is top notch, but Ivan's kind of blows out of the water, man. The technology for his movie blows the technology in Hollywood out of the water. Because Ivan makes his movies for more money, obviously. And he gave us much better perks. And he paid us way more money than what we're making here. And after we'll go back to making 15, 17 million in Hollywood. He's like, holy shit, man. Like, Ivan's company blows out of the water. Yeah, it blows out of the water. Once you work for Sky Source, you're not going to want to go back to Hollywood. You're going to want to work for Sky Source for the rest of your life. You're not going to want to go back to Hollywood. Duh. That's why they're all begging, obviously, all the Hollywood actors. It's crazy. Yeah, man. Yeah. Even the bigger aces will beg Ivan. Oh, yeah. Even the big guys are going to beg, too, man. They're going to beg. Because I paid them way more money than what they make. They don't make that in Hollywood, those guys. Bigger Asians make like 15, 17, 20, 25, 30 million in Hollywood. That's how much they make. And sometimes they get royalties, but chances are if they get royalties, they'll peak at maybe 30 million. 15, 20 million, 25 million of royalties they'll peak at. And sometimes they can make a bit more, but I told you, Hollywood, their movies don't do the kind of profits that my movie does. So they're limited in how much money they can pay the actors. Obviously, whereas for my company, it's billions in profit. Easily pay the Hollywood actors, give them a nice piece of the royalties that Hollywood cannot afford, right? Yeah, that's my point. I'm saying, huh? Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna go upstairs and get my coffee. Back in a sec. Don't hate him. I'll guys on the show. guys. Sorry for the long wait. Yeah. You guys want the lights on? I'll put the lights on. I don't want to waste power though. I don't need the light. The sunlight's good enough, right? Yeah. 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 You think Keanu Reeves will tell you The Great Escape was his best experience of his life? Yeah, he will. Yeah, I had much more fun working on your Great Escape than I even did The Matrix, Ivan. Yeah, like 40 years ago. Yeah, I did The Matrix. Tell me that. Because he's world famous being the villain for The Great Escape, Keanu Reeves. He's never experienced that kind of fame before. Now trending every day with me, VJ, wherever he goes, fans are gonna take reels and pictures of him wherever he goes. Because they know he's a star in that movie. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. I'm sorry. It's crazy, man. Yeah, man. That's why he'll beg, obviously. Yeah. But Keanu Reeves did make more for The Matrix than he did for my movie because even though it's like the same contract, for The Matrix he got paid in his American money, so he got his full American money. Whereas for my company, he signed like a $200+ million deal, but he signed that in Canadian money, which is like 160 million his American money. Obviously, so he made a bit less for The Great Escape than he did The Matrix. Obviously, but he'll still tell me, yeah, even like my best experience was working on The Great Escape with you. That's the highlight of my career, Ivan. Yeah. Like, I don't really care about my career in Hollywood. I care way more about Skiv SOURCE. My career for Skiv SOURCE, because he got to be a famous movie star in an Ivan VJ movie, man. Every actor's dream, man. Experience that fame, looking at crazy fame with the fans. It's crazy. That's why they're all gonna beg. These Hollywood actors are famous, but they never experienced that kind of worldwide fame before, right? My fame with VJ is crazy, man. It's the whole world going crazy, man. Especially Europe and North America, Australia, those are the main places. But even China and Japan, fans are going crazy too. Yeah, it's crazy fame. They never experienced that fame before. That's why they're gonna beg up, because they were safe, they won't be left behind. Oh, I had a blast, man. I never experienced that kind of fame before, man. These fans are crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. Wherever you walk downtown, people take reels and pictures of you. Bunch of fans coming up to you, interviewing you with their phones. It's trending on X. Always tweeting your social media. Like, it's crazy. The world tour, the crazy venues of tens of thousands of fans. They never experienced that kind of thing before. That's why they're all going to beg, obviously. All the Great Escape actors, the Zanus actors too, they're all going to beg. Yeah. John Mago will tell me, yeah, Ivan, my highlight of my career was working on your Zanus movie, Ivan. I'm like, what about Star Wars? He's like, Ivan, fuck Star Wars. They fucked up the sequels, Ivan. I had much more fun working on your movie than I did fucking Star Wars. Are you kidding me, Ivan? Yeah, John Mago will tell me that. Are you kidding me, Ivan? Yeah. He's like, fuck Hollywood, Ivan. Like, for Star Wars, I only made like $1.7 million for Rise of Skywalker, Ivan. I made like shitty money. Yeah. And they did my character dirty, Ivan. The sequels were a mess, Ivan. Yeah, I had way more fun working on Zanus than I did the fucking Star Wars sequels, Ivan. Are you fucking kidding me? Like 20 years ago? It's not like 20 years ago. Holy shit, time flies by fast. Yeah. Yeah, I was like 20 years ago. I was a young kid, Ivan. I was like 22 years old when I did Star Wars, Ivan. And now John's like 43. He's in his 40s now. He's older, yeah. It's crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Last one. John Boyega signed a mega deal. Yeah, he did. The contracts the Zayn's actors are making is not like the Gray Escape actors, but they all signed mega deals, right? John Boyega's combined earnings for his deal is like a 27, 28 million deal, even perhaps 29. Because the actors might even make their 8 million speaking. It just depends on how much places I speak at, right? But probably it's around 5 to 7 million they make it speaking. John Boyega sound like a 27, 28 million deal, man, in his combined earnings. And like, that's a massive deal. That's how much Alias is making in Hollywood. He's like, holy shit, that's a mega deal. I know, John. It's a deal, man. I'm saying, yeah, he sounds like contract, John. That's what else up, man. I'm like, no, John, you get 10, you greedy pig. I'm not paying you 20. You're not worth that. It's a deal, man. I'm saying, it's a deal, man. I'm saying, yeah. Besides that contract, yeah. John Boyega is actually good for the Gray Escape too. But I told you, if I resign him, he's gonna piss off a lot of actors and agents in Hollywood. But I told you, John Boyega and Andrew Alba don't care about the Hollywood actors. Yeah, I can fuck those guys. Just fucking resign us for that secret agent movie. I'm like, no, guys, I'm not gonna resign you. I'm sorry, you can't be selfish. We don't fucking want to go back to Hollywood. I want to work for you. I know, guys, but I'm not gonna resign you guys and have you do like that, Sarah. They're all gonna tell me, we don't want to go back to Hollywood. We want to work for you. Like, fuck Hollywood. They know I can pay them more, man. These actors don't make this in Hollywood, right? John Boyega knows he'll go back to making maybe 6, 7, 8 in Hollywood. Was he made like 28 million off, $27 million off my movie? And he knows I can pay him like 30, 36 million for the Gray Escape, John Boyega. And Andrew Alba will be signing his like 50 something million deal for the Gray Escape if I choose him. They know I can pay him. Yeah, you can pay me more money. I don't want to go back. And I don't want to go back to Hollywood. I want to work for you. I know. But you're not. You're not going to be in the Gray Escape again, Reeves. You're not good for the Gray Escape again, Reeves. Well, you are, but I'm not going to sign you. It's not fair to the Hollywood actors in Hollywood, right? Yeah. 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 Will the Gray Escape act crazy about? Oh yeah, it will. Like once I greenlit the Gray Escape, and I signed like Keanu Reeves and all those guys, and like and everyone's like, and they interview Keanu Reeves and all of them. It's featured on the Sky Source News, and all the Hollywood actors know Keanu Reeves and all these guys signed, and Matt Damon, they signed their mega deals. Like holy shit, Keanu Reeves signed a mega deal, and the whole world's going crazy. I can't wait for that Secret Agent movie. But it's not as crazy as Zayn's, right? Yeah, Zayn's has the crazier buzz, obviously. Holy shit, Keanu Reeves signed a mega deal, like a 200, like 20 minute deal, man. Like he's getting paid the big bucks. Matt Damon and Ben Affleck and Scarlett Johansson are getting paid the big bucks. Brie Larson too, and John Krasinski and Paul Bettany are getting paid the big bucks, obviously. But they're not making the money the bigger agents are making, right? Those guys signed like 30 something million deals. Yeah. Well, John Krasinski sounds like a 50 something million deal. He's a bigger A-lister, but a lower ranked one, so he gets paid, but he makes a bit less. He doesn't make his 100 plus million. He makes like in the 50 something million range, which is a lot of money. He doesn't make that how he makes probably his 10, 8 in Hollywood, right? Yeah, I make like my 8, 10 in Hollywood. I mean, yeah, you don't make this in Hollywood, John, right? Yeah. But The Great Escape will go by fast. Yeah, The Great Escape, you're only looking at 2 years of pre-production, and then we start shooting early third year. And it'll take only 4 months to shoot The Great Escape. It won't take that long. That's why it'll go by so fast, obviously. Where Zanus is 5 years, that's a bit longer. The Hollywood actors for Zanus are going to be saved for 5 years. And after 5 years, the journey ends, obviously. And it's an exclusive contract, guys. You can't take offers in Hollywood while you're working on a movie. It's exclusive. I need you focused. But once production's done, you can now accept Hollywood offers, guys. So while the actors are touring and everything, now Hollywood will be throwing them offers. But I told you, even though Hollywood's throwing them offers, they're still going to beg because they'd rather work for me than work in Hollywood. You guys, I'm saying, I can pay them more, and my comic books have water. They go, don't want him saying, yeah. I'm saying, yeah, we're going back to Hollywood, and we're going to get paid a lot of money, like our 15, 20 million. But it's not fair. I and VJ are going to move on to their next romance movie, and they're the main event for that, and they're going to make their money off that, and we're left behind. How? Yeah, it's not fair, obviously. It's guaranteed, before I show this camera, guaranteed during the interviews, if I go world touring, right? The interview might ask, like, Keanu Reeves and all of them, and John Boyega and Avanjo and all those guys, like, what's next for you guys? What are you guys doing next? And they might say, yeah, I got a few calls from Hollywood. I'll be doing this movie. They might say that, but they still feel like shit because they know John Boyega and all them still feel like shit because they know me and VJ are going to be doing the Secret Agent movie after Zanus. And we're the main event for that. We're the side attention to Hollywood for their movies. They still feel like shit, obviously, but they're more successful now. Hollywood threw them bigger offers. They're making more money now. And they're in a big budget movie. Like Yvonne Jose is finally, he got casted for a big budget movie, like a 100 million budget movie. Yeah, I'm doing this big movie. Obviously next, John Boyega, Idris Elba, Andy Serkis. Yeah, they have quite a bit of Hollywood offers, but they're still gonna bet because they'd rather work for me than work in Hollywood. You guys, I'm saying. Yeah. Will they ask you and VJ? Yeah, they will. Ivan and VJ, what's next for you guys? For your company? I'm like, yeah. Me and VJ like, yeah, we're doing a secret agent movie. The Great Escape. I'm like, oh, really? Yeah, and the Hollywood actors off like shit. Obviously. Even though they know they're going back to Hollywood and they're making more money, they still feel like shit. Because they know me, VJ's Great Escape will be the main event. Their Hollywood movies are a side attention, obviously. That's why they feel like shit, obviously, right? They might ask the actors that, what's next for you guys in your career after Zanus? And they're all going to say, yeah, I got a few Hollywood offers to do this movie and all that stuff, right? Yeah. Will Hollywood be throwing the Zanus stars offers during filming of the movie, during the movie? Yeah, they will, but their agents will tell them, sorry, we can't take any offers right now. Obviously. But once filming is done, and the Hollywood companies call their agents, now Hollywood's throwing a lot of the Zanus stars offers. Lucrative offers. Obviously, because they know they're going to be world famous, and because they're world famous, they can sell their movies better now, a bit better now. So Hollywood will be throwing them some nice offers, obviously. Yeah. Like Yvonne Jose can now borrow for maybe 3.54 million. And John Boyega might get 7, 8 million offer in Hollywood. Idris Elba gets a 50 million, 17 million offer in Hollywood. G1-2 gets maybe a $9 million offer in Hollywood. Like they're all getting more lucrative offers in Hollywood. But their agents are still going to tell them to beg because Sky's was blows out of the water, and they know I can pay them more money than what Hollywood can pay them. You guys know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right, are you saying when they get Hollywood offers, they don't really care about the Hollywood offers? They care about it a little bit, but they don't really care that much about it. They're not as hyped up about it. Because they know when they go back to Hollywood, they're going to be the side attention. You guys know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's how funny it is. Now, even though I'm getting all these Hollywood offers, like Ivan's kind of blows out of the water. Like I'm going to be the side attention left behind in Hollywood. I'm making all this money, but my career is a side attention, man. And I think BG's Great Escape is the main event. That's why they're begging. So think about this, guys. Hollywood's throwing these guys a lot of lucrative offers, and they still beg movies to resign them. That's how you know they don't really care that much about Hollywood the way they care about my company, Skiv SOURCE. Because they know when they go back to Hollywood, they're going to be the side attention. They care a little bit, but they care way more about being in my movie than working in Hollywood. Because they know in Hollywood they're going to be the side attention, not the main event. They're successful, but their careers are the side attention. Ivan and VJ's Crazy with Keanu Reeves is the main event. Guys from Sarah? That's why Scotch will blow the water. Anyways, guys, this is where I enjoy the show. Sorry, man, I'm saying, peace. Don't hate him, Sam. Peace out, guys. Hope you guys enjoy the show. Power Mara.